I used to be that guy that was always thinking about what's coming next. And as you can imagine, this type of behavior will not let you live in the present, and you will really struggle to be present with yourself. And I've even had people in my life warn me about this certain type of behavior, basically. And so this year, 2024, I've decided to focus on basically living and being more present throughout my life. And I've certainly done a lot of effort to do this, and I've also done a lot of deep work and understanding where this is coming from. And today I'm going to share with you a few thoughts which I think will maybe help you improve your overthinking and being present with yourself. To start off today's video, reading a thought from my thought book, the universe will never give you peace in something you were never meant to settle in. And once you understand this concept, you start to realize how actually true this is. Because when you are in a wrong environment, when you are in the wrong friendship group, when you are in the wrong workplace, your gut feeling will signal to you that, hey, something is not right here, like the energy is off, you don't belong here. And you start to form these thoughts in your head. And so this is why you should basically develop a trust with your gut feeling, because once your subconscious and your gut feeling start signaling that something is wrong, that's where you should start to listen to your own thoughts. In this world, we are constantly living in an era of constant simulation, and we're constantly connected to our phone, constantly scrolling. And as difficult as it already is, basically it's even more difficult nowadays because we're constantly connected. So imagine how hard it is to actually sometimes take time to wind down and be by yourself. And most people that I know in my life do not know how to be present by themselves, which often leads to overthinking. Overthinking is a product of you running through the future and pretty much like mapping out potential scenarios that might not even happen. And this can also be very exhausting and counterproductive. If you really think about it, you're creating scenarios in your mind which most likely would not even happen, but you're worried and trying to come up with solutions for potential problems. Like how wasteful that can be for your energy. And I've identified in myself that the reason why I overthink is because I want to take control of the situation. And while that is good in an extent, it can lead to a lot of overthinking, anxiety, and these kinds of things. So how do you stop overthinking? How do you actually develop the habit to reduce this type of thinking and actually be able to live in the present because you declutter your brain? The number one thing that I've really felt like it changed my life was I can handle any type of situation that will come my way. And this type of attitude and this type of affirmation will make you not even wonder about the future. Why? Because yeah, if something bad happens tomorrow, I'll handle it. Like I've handled all my previous bad days, so what's there to not handle tomorrow? So when you start to develop these affirmations in your head, you start to become confident within yourself. And this type of confidence, the good type of confidence, will actually make you trust yourself that you got what it takes to handle and crush whatever comes your way. And when you are living in this type of mentality, this will ease off the pressure from knowing that maybe there's a potential problem that you might have to deal with. Maybe there's a type of situation that you have to go into. Basically, you can handle everything. And this really does change your way of thinking, and it does help you declutter your mind and excuses that you feed it. Another thing that really actually helps within this realm is basically grounding and meditation. Now, with regards to grounding, I've recently discovered this, so I'm quite new to this topic. But I did see positive effects when you actually go out and do grounding work. I haven't been doing it consistently yet. However, when I do feel a positive effect that happens throughout, and I do feel generally better about myself. Meditation is also another good thing that can help with clarity, and meditation in itself does give you clarity, as at that moment in time you're focusing on your breathing, and this does help you clear out your mental distractions, mental noise. The only thing is that I've noticed throughout my last few months is that I've started to reduce the noise throughout my life so that I can live in a meditative state. And I don't need to go meditate to actually enter that realm of meditation. I can actually live this in an everyday life. And by reducing your noise, by reducing the static, your mind can then focus on the thinking. And it's also about finding time throughout the day to actually sit still, quietly, by yourself, without distractions, and just run through your thoughts. And this really, really does help to actually also declutter your thoughts. Another thing that really, really helped was doing gratitude work. We all have things that we can be grateful for. So why not write them down? Why not appreciate them? Why not think about the present moment? What do I have right now that I'm grateful for? And funnily enough, it's actually in front of me. I have this little diary that I basically write down a few thoughts every day on what I'm grateful for. Another thing that really did help me with my overthinking and basically like the way I roll is I started planning my time. And planning your time is super, super important. Regardless of you trying to optimize your time or not, planning your time, having a schedule, having a routine does help you basically ease off that pressure of thinking about what you're doing next, because you have everything listed down. And when you do this type of exercise, when you start planning your time, when you start taking notes on the calendar, you're not constantly thinking if you forgot anything. You have your schedule right there, and pretty much like you have everything on a calendar. And this will help you, as I said, ease off the pressure of thinking about what's coming next. And pretty much like these are a few tips that will help you live more in the present and also avoid overthinking. And once you trust yourself, once you basically build trust with yourself and understand that the only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be, then you feel at peace with yourself knowing that you actually will handle whatever comes your way. And that is the biggest takeaway from this video. That is the biggest thing that actually did shift in my mentality to change. And that is why I recommend doing these types of exercises. It's because even if you're not in a bad place, you can also do better by allocating or doing some time basically journaling and this kind of things. So that pretty much like wraps up today's video, and I hope you did enjoy it and found it helpful. Do let me know down in the comments if you have anything to add through this video. I do hope to see you guys in the next one. I wish you a good week ahead. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.